Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? So, as we know, 3.23 has now completely finished. If you don't know, or didn't know, or don't follow me on Twitch, uh, 3.23 was my first league. It was my starter. It was the league I learned Path of Exile on. Being 3.24 changed so many things that I don't know how much of what I learned is going to stay, how much is going to change. I had a plan before they released the specifications on the new league. And now I'm not quite sure, but we're going to go into it with an open mind. We're going to see what they've changed with the campaign, what the mandatory league mechanic is going to be like once we get into it. I know it's a crafting mechanic, but besides that, I need to get hands on with it to really, I think, understand how it's going. I think that's the best way for me to really, truly understand it or understand anything, in my opinion. And I'm going in. We've got like 2 days, a day maybe, until the new league starts. Right? It's currently 3:14 in the morning and it's the start of the 20th, like the end of the 27th. So yeah, we're basically like 24 hours just under from the new league starting. And this is my build. This is what I'm going to be going into. There are some things I want to change if certain builds work, if certain things work, if the mana stacking for this build does work. It's all theory right now. We won't know for sure until obviously people can get into the league and properly test everything. But yeah, that's going to be in the next few days to weeks as we go in. So we've just got to build up to kind of what we want to do. So before this league even started, before anything was announced, I was always going to do a Lightning Conduit Elementalist. That was kind of the way I was always going. I started with an SOS Guardian build, and I didn't really like the minion build. It kind of felt like I wasn't doing anything. Then we went into a Toxic Rain build, which I obliterated all the way up to tier 60 maps. On my first leg, I think that's pretty okay. I had to learn how to make currency, how to do everything, and it was only towards the end of the league, within the last couple of weeks of the league, where I finally got my currency down, where I knew how to make currency. I was starting to build up towards bossing, but obviously with only like a couple of weeks left, you lose motivation, especially when you have so much more left to do. So I decided that I would switch into Last Epoch for a little bit until the new league starts, which is very, very soon. And then we're going to smash into Pee-wee properly. We're going to have a full league unto ourselves, and it's going to be sick, I would hope. So yeah, this is going to be the this is the 3.23 build for the Lightning Conduit. This is Ziz's, I'm pretty sure. It's somebody like that. I don't remember, actually. I've just had it saved in my favourites for quite some time now. And yeah, I'm going to go through just normal Lightning Conduit build going into, this is going to be the endgame tree. It's not going to be too much. It'll be pretty easy to build up. It's a very good league starter. And from here, once we get this built up, once we've got it fully built up with all the divines put into it, then we're going to work out where we're going to go for our after league start and to go to the endgame bossing builds. And that's stuff I'm going to need help with. But as for the making money, as for all of that, I'm going to just be running essences. I'm going to be doing as much essence running as I can. Unless, of course, the league mechanic is like a crazy money builder or is a crazy money maker. It could be a league of scarcity. It could be a league of plenty. We don't quite know just yet. But honestly, so far, Path of Exile, out of all of the ARPGs that I've played ever since from Diablo 1, Diablo 2 when they first released, all the way up to 3, 4, Last Epoch, Pee-wee, everything like that. Pee-wee was always the scariest to me. It was always the one that I struggled to get into. And every time I did, this passive tree would always overwhelm me. But now I get it, I understand it. I'm starting to understand the nodes, and I've even got things like this path of pathing, which has been updated to where now you can click on a certain node. So say for me, it's going to be essence running, right? It's going to be all of these, right? It's going to be essence, and those essence farms are, and it just like puts it all into the tree for you. And then from there, you can choose which other ones you want to go into, and it allows you just to kind of build your atlas tree and to let you see where to build your atlas around, and just to kind of figure out what nodes you need, what nodes you don't need, and it does it all for you. It makes things like this for people who are just starting, for people who are not quite sure of exactly what every single thing does, where a lot of the rug has now been pulled out from under us, where we're going to have to just learn a whole bunch of new things, which is totally fine. It's understandable. It happens. Like, Pee-wee is a veteran game. It's a game for the hardcore of the hardcore ARPG nerds. That's kind of where I'm going. Diablo 2 got too easy. Last Epoch, I'm still grinding through, and I'm having a blast with it, but Pee-wee is where the complexity comes in. Pee-wee is where the build can go to insanity and beyond. It's where there are so many different things you can do that you will never get bored. Each season you can still say, I want to make money, this one I want to do, I want to go down into the depths, and the next one I want to go pure bossing in one of them. It just depends on what you enjoy in PoE, and it's all based around the mapping. The only thing that I'm not really looking forward to is having to use more scarabs. The more scarab thing is a kind of a bit weird for me. It might be fine. I like being able to just to choose the master that you liked and be able to like just build your maps that way. It felt really, really comfortable. It felt really easy to use. And yeah, I know we've got Kira mission still, but besides that, it's all going to be brand new. It's all going to be changing up, and for everybody, like, but for those of you who are veterans, those of you going into the SFF, to the hardcore solo self-found leagues, man, it's going to be a blast for you all, I bet, man. I'm just a small Twitch streamer, barely starting, like, more a reaction YouTuber than a gaming YouTuber. Like, I love to stream games, I love to do games, but doing constant content on games is a bit overwhelming for me at the moment, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try to start making a lot of content around PoE, around Last Epoch, around a few other games that I'm trying out. And hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're basically starting at Essence. We need about 52 or to 54 points, I think it is, in everything to make this work. Everything else, which isn't too bad. It's not that hard to get through that many maps, man. It won't take long to do it. Not really anywhere. And then we can go on from there. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, we can just go into all of these things. We can go through everything, and I will make content. I'll do like league progress. I'll do like weekly league progress maybe, or something like that. I don't know. If you have any ideas, please do let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, man, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a sick league. It's gonna be my first full league. I came into 3.23 in like the last month before the season ended, as it was like I think the best time for me to learn. I think that really like helped me get into that PoE state where I was like, you know what, like I'm enjoying the shit, and now I'm gonna go full into it, and we're gonna just try and build. And if you've got any tips, any advice, anything else, if you'd like to see any content based around like a noob's point of view, I am gonna make some content based on how you can learn certain things, because a lot of the noob friendly content isn't very noob friendly. Like even with this, like path of building makes my eyes water. Like it's not a very easy thing to use. I literally use this. Like instead of going into path of building, I'd rather use this rather than the path of building. And it just shows me all the notes, shows me everything that I need to do there. And all that goodness. And even here it just tells you like all the bandits, all the pantheons, everything else that you do need to know. And yeah. But still, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. If you watched this, man, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I appreciate you all, man. And yeah, have a wonderful fucking day. Take it easy.